You're trying to catch your breath when Adam's face grows near. What is he? Is he trying to kiss us? Adam. Oh my God. Ain't nothing like a good kiss after a good choking. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop one day. Welcome back to You and Him. I can't tell y'all how excited I am to get into this and to finally finish what we started. If you are new here, I am Voyia. I play a variety of games, and if you want me to play something, please do not hesitate to ask. If you feeling generous and nice today, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and like and all that good stuff. Let's get started. Outside in van, current time. He counts down the minutes ticking by. 5, then 4, then 3, and 2. Saffron pulls out the gun and loads 3 bullets into the chamber. He glances up at the trailer he parked in front of. 1 more minute, and he's going in. Oh God. So with all this happening inside, with us laying under Adam, our aunt, I was gonna say our grandma Ruth, our aunt Ruth is laying on the floor, down and out, and she did get up though. She did get up. We don't know what's gonna happen, what our fate is, and I'm excited to know what, but I'm also terrified of what's gonna happen. Adam's knife comes down, and you brace yourself for the familiar sensation of steel tearing through flesh and bone, knowing the fertility of fighting but trying anyways. You thought you had Adam pegged, that you had him all figured out. You thought you understood why he hesitated, but you didn't. And now you're going to pay the ultimate price, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Chest puffed, stay strong. Oh, isn't that what she said when she was in the gas station? Her friend told her that? Yep. I looked away, okay, because sometimes I'll start talking and then I'll see the words. I'm like, yep, that's exactly what happened. You grab onto your old friend's face like a lifeline, keeping your gaze locked with Adam's in one final act of defiance, willing the hatred in your eyes to haunt him for the rest of his days. It was you who couldn't escape him in life, but in death you're determined to return the favor tenfold. You cursed him until the day he dies. You don't even bother to keep track of his blade as it plummets towards your chest in the act of sheer stubborn willpower, refusing to show any signs of weakness. At least even through all of this, you can take the consolation in the fact that he never was able to break you. She did say that she was like mad stubborn, okay? So you is definitely stubborn. That you maintain some sort of dignity, even in the end. You clenched your fists. You jut out your chest, and you hold your head up high, like you're above this, above him. Adam noticed the subtle change in your demeanor, his eyes widening in surprise, as though he expected you to crack and start begging for mercy. The knife comes down and stops right above your heart. He seriously cannot hurt us. He's in love with us. I mean, I could fix him, y'all. I could fix him. Look, think about it. Look at his face. He feels remorse, okay? I can fix Adam. Let me fix him. Let me stop, for people really think I just like toxic men, because this man is toxic. In the worst way possible, he's toxic. Adam's breathing hard. His hands shake with visceral frustration, unable to tear himself away from your captive gaze. He tries again. He raises his arm, brings the knife down, and the invisible chains that stopped him for the first time around stopped him yet again. Something holding him back, something giving him pause. That makes me worry a little bit, because if it's his mom, then what if like this is like my brother? Oh God, I hope not, because I've been saying some terrible things about Adam. I will be so disgusted with myself. Adam's gaze flickered down at his traitorous hands, the same ones refused to give into his commands, before returning to look at you. You're surprised he doesn't chip a tooth in the process. Damn it. Adam hurls the knife away, the steel embedding itself perfectly into the walls parallel from where he threw it. God damn you. God damn you. Oh no. Look at him. We broke him. What is with this week in women breaking men? My God. We're not even trying. To be fair, you is not trying to break this man. She's not trying to manipulate Adam. She just wants him to leave her alone. But he just refuses to leave her alone. So it's not her fault that he's like just wrapped around her finger. It's his own fault that he's wrapped around her finger. Adam's hand encircled your throat and slams you into the wall. You claw at his fingers, his arms, his chest. You're losing oxygen fast. Your vision turns black in the corners. Spots dip in and out of your peripheral like glittering stars. You can feel him shaking again, this time for an entirely different reason. You can feel how desperate he is to kill you, to escape the humiliation of his attraction towards you. He's acting like a wild animal, trapped and afraid. Tears prick in the corner of his eyes, and you witness something genuine and raw raised to the surface. Invulnerability. Oh, poor. Like, I feel poor you, okay? Because this would conflict you. If somebody's trying to kill you, but they're saying, "Dang it, I can't kill you because I love you." This could easily, I could see this easily. Not me, okay? Because I'm gonna use it and get away from you, but I could easily see this making someone be like, well, he loved me enough not to kill me or hurt me, so he loves me enough to stay with me. Oh God, I hope if you're on this channel, I consider you family until you click off of this video. You better not be out there. You let Voyia find out that's what y'all out there doing. The shame finger, okay? You're getting the shame finger. Why the frick did you have to appear? Why? Are you here to torture me? To frick with me? To break me? His voice cracks and fissures as his hands tighten and constrict, a war rampaging behind those darkened eyes. He's battling the deep-seated truth of your words. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to feel any of this. I need it to stop. I need you to stop. I'm begging you to just stop. Why couldn't you have just done like everyone else? Why did you have to kiss me? His hands give one last squeeze, and then they're gone. You take in a much-needed lungful air, coughing and sputtering as you collapse against the wall. Poor. I hope Ruth is okay. You're trying to catch your breath when Adam's face grows near. What is he? Is he trying to kiss us? Adam. Oh my God. Ain't nothing like a good kiss after a good choking. I'm sorry. I'll stop. One day. I will. I definitely will one day. The question dies on your throat as soon as you see the intent behind Adam's eyes. His lips parted as his warm breath brushes against your skin, his expression tortured as though he knows what he's about to do will ruin him. You hear a scraping sound coming from above. His nails. They're clawing their way down the wall in the last feeble attempt to restrain himself from giving in. I hate that I want you. His voice barely above a whisper before his mouth descends upon yours. Your head spins from his quick and sudden transition, and you don't even have the time to shove him away, his lips almost brushing yours, but not quite when... Give her back. I keep forgetting I gave Ruth a country voice until I see Ruth's name. Someone roars from behind Adam, and all of a sudden his body jerks forward, his back bending at the impact of an unseen blow as something slams into him. There's a sickening wet thump, followed by a gross squelching sound. Oh God. Adam grunts through clenched teeth. Give her back. Give her back. Give her back. Give her back. Another thump follows the first before Adam growls and sweeps his arm out, sending the person behind him, your Aunt Ruth, flying across the room. She collides with the wall before slumping to the floor. Ruth blinks, momentarily stunned. In her hands, she wields a knife drenched in crimson, So she stabbed him quite a bit. I hope that slows him down just a little bit so they can get away. Because, I don't know. If he had kissed me, I don't know where this would have ended up. I would have probably ended up a serial killer's girlfriend at some point. Look, listen. You would too. Don't judge me. Don't. I can feel y'all judging me. Don't judge me. The same one Adam kicked away moments before. And when Adam turns his back to you, focusing all his attention on your aunt, you spot 2 flesh wounds near Adam's shoulder blades in near identical slits. They remind you of what's left behind when a fallen angel gets stripped of their wings. Adam sways like a drunken man. He braces his hand against the wall, nails torn and bleeding from where he clawed at it earlier to keep himself from kissing you. Right, Adam almost kissed you. Voluntarily. Looks like your blossoming theory was right on the money. Not that that's something to celebrate. You'd rather your milkshakes not bring all the serial killers to the yard. At least of all, Adam. You shake your head to clear your mind. Nope. Maybe someday we can unpack this shite in therapy. When we can, afford it. To figure out why your milkshake brings all the serial killers to the yard. That's gonna always make me smile every time I hear it. But for right now, you've got bigger fish to fry. Namely, the aforementioned serial killer who looks like he's ready to pounce on your Aunt Ruth and strangle her to death. Or worse. I should have killed you when I freaking had the chance. Adam rasped, stumbling towards her with uneven steps. Your aunt gets to her feet, grasping onto the counter for support, and you freeze upon seeing the unabashed rage pulsating off of her in thick waves. She directs everything she has at Adam, all of the ugliest emotion laid bare. You've never related to her more. Ruth's lips peeled back in a snarl, her lips stained red as though she applied too much makeup. The storm rampaging behind her eyes, overshadowing the monsoon going on outside. Oh yeah, it is raining and thundering. I'm so glad that it's not like thundering in the game or whatever. But, and also, don't get at me. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but there's like a slight heartbeat. And other than that, there's nothing else playing in the background, okay? So don't get mad at me because there's no sound. She looks unstable, insane, broken. She spits a visceral at Adam, her words containing venom that poisons each syllable. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I will kill you for everything you have done, you sick, twisted little beaster. How dare you? How dare you wear her face and do this to me? How dare you taunt me this way? How dare you? Tears fall from her hardened eyes. She scrubs them away with a rough jerk of her wrist. Oh, so keep in mind that, I don't know if you guys, again, this is a spoiler, so if you didn't know this already, this is what happened. So Ruth and his mom was probably dating. I'm going to assume they were dating because she called her love. We don't know the mom side, so we don't know, but they were probably dating and she couldn't have her, basically, because of the father. And she's taking it out on not only Adam, but she took it out on the dad too. So Ruth is just as bad. However, she's not murdering people. So, I'm just saying. I'll end this. I'll end you. Adam staggers again, but he gives a low chuckle devoid of human as he ripped his knife from where it jolts out of the wall. His own hatred rivals your aunt's. Funny, he says, using the sleeve of his hoodie to wipe the crusted blood off of the knife in one quick swipe. Because a long time ago, you told me I looked just like him. Was that another one of your freaking lies? Or did you know what would happen if you said something like that? Ruth bows her head. Well, did you? Come on, Miss Aspen. Tell the truth for once in your freaking miserable life. Fault. Oh God, she's breaking. Don't let his words break you, Aunt Ruth. You can make it through this. Adam tilts his head in that animalistic way of his, a hunter listening for prey out in the long stalks of grass. What was that? Speak the frick up. I can't hear you. It's your fault she's gone. Your aunt screams in a raw outburst of emotion, glass shards digging into her heels as she's giving an angry stomp of her foot. You recoil at her sheer volume. What's going on? They're almost acting like they know each other from somewhere, like they have some sort of shared past together. So she doesn't know. I don't think Aunt Ruth probably never told anybody, but I mean, she doesn't know that her Aunt Ruth and his mom had a little thing going on. This isn't just about Adam breaking into her trailer and attacking her, but rather another matter entirely. Something that caused your aunt to drive into the depths of madness and come out swinging. It's like they have an unresolved grudge from before you ever entered the picture. Wait, the picture Adam showed you before. Ruth and that woman that looks like Adam were both in it. Did something happen between them? Your mind swirls with the possibilities of what all this means as Ruth continues. You're the reason she endured everything she did. It was all for you, and yet you killed her. Your entire existence destroyed her. Oh God, I told her, Aunt Ruth says between frantic gasps, nearly sobbing. I told her she shouldn't have gone through with the pregnancy, but she wouldn't listen. Ruth clutches her chest as preparing herself to tear out her own heart in order to spare herself from the painful burden of the memories she's uprooting. Adam remains quiet, but his knuckles turn white. He's gripping the hilt of his knife so hard. Whatever she's saying, it's affecting him too. What he did to her? You know that's all started because of you, don't you? But she never told you that because she wouldn't want you to blame yourself. But she should have. You watch with a mounting horror as Ruth's feet leaves behind bloody tracks as she stepped over the glass, daring to get closer to Adam. He remains eerily silent as she gets in his face and jabs at his chest. And now she's gone because of you. You took her away. You took her away. You GD piece of shite. You took her away again. She's breathing hard as she reaches the end of her crazed rant. Adam absolutely still. For a moment, no one moves. You're not even sure any of you are breathing. Then there's a lightning strike and the room becomes illuminated in a yellowish glow that shows Adam lifting his head. And all hell breaks loose. Oh no, this is so scary. I am so scared for Ruth. Wait a second. Okay, it's back again. Okay, I'm saying the heartbeat was gone for a second, but it's back again. Adam's on your aunt in an instant because even while he's wounded, he's fast. He grabs her fingers and you hear the sickening crack of bones breaking like a twig being snapped in two. Oh my God, that's got to be painful. I would probably pass out in shock. Your aunt screams and flails, the knife managing to cut into Adam's cheek, but he remains unperturbed and instead disarms her by severing the tendons in her fingers. Oh my, my imagination is just so clear that I can see this stuff and I hate it. She loses her grip on the knife and Adam's other arm darts out, wrapping his hands around her throat. He is lifting her up into the air, a cold-blooded killer once more. Her legs flail and kick, her fists thumping against his arms as her feet leave the ground. You scream your aunt's name and search for something to stop him. You won't let him kill her. You need to act now. Oh, okay. So there's schmill him and distract him. Oh boy, I think we're gonna have to. I just want Adam to go to jail so I can visit him once, from time to time. I don't want to murder him. You duck forward and grab the knife because you're not a freaking coward. Your hands wrapping around the base of the handle. Adam's too busy with Ruth to notice. A big mistake on his part. He'll pay for his hubris in the worst way possible. He's forgotten how much of a threat you really are because once you've committed to something, you're committed and determined to put this monstrosity of a man 6 feet under. You're going to save your aunt and get the frick out of here, no matter the cost. Okay, but I think you forgot about Saffron's outside and he's counting. He's counting down the minutes till he have to come in here and murder everybody. You lift the knife and thrust it into Adam's lower back, driving him forward with the force of your body slamming into his, Adam making a choking sound as you do so. Aunt Ruth's neck gives a sickening crack and Adam drops her. Did he just snap her neck? She falls to the ground in a crumbled heap like a blanket lying forgotten next to a bed during the hustle and bustle of someone running late to work. Her neck is bent at an awkward angle, and her eyes are open but devoid of life. No. No, 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 no. In your urgency, you foolishly believed that you could protect Ruth from Adam, that you could make up for the mistake of bringing him here, but you couldn't. And now she's dead. That was so loud, I jumped. It scared me. Look, when you go from no sound to some sound, it can be jolting, okay? Don't get at me. You let out a blood-curdling scream in part because you feel at fault while also going mad with rage, causing you to literally see red as you thrust the knife in and out of Adam's body. Oh my God, that's so loud. His blood splashing across your cheek, dappling your arms and coating your clothes. All of these things he has done to you, stalking you, stabbing you, mocking you, holding your aunt hostage, cultivating into a sense of righteousness as you bring the knife down again and again. You fall on top of him as he collapses, your legs going on either side of him, pinning him down. He reaches a shaky arm out. You sink the knife teeth into it because he's not getting away from you. No matter what, you're going to kill this fricker, even if it's the last thing that you do. Your resolve far superior to his when he gives up the chance to end your life. Your free hand rakes down his back, your nails chewing at his skin and his arm, your nails sinking deep into muscle. She is ending him, like, immediately. You feel raw, vindicated after all the turmoil he put you through. You've made a righteous decision, putting an end to such a dangerous man's life. This is his fault. He should have left you alone, but he didn't, and now he's paying the ultimate price. Tears stream down your face as you plunge the knife into his spine one last time before you withdraw, your hands shaking from both the rush and of the adrenaline and a sense of looming dread at what you've done. Well, it's over. You took a human's life. It's finally over. Well, almost. We still have Saffron to deal with, but it's finally over with Adam. You went above and beyond self-defense, aiming to draw his agony other than quickly putting an end to his reign of terror. But it's over, isn't it? He's dead, right? Adam? You say his name tentatively, almost like you expect him to get up and dust himself off and ask if that's really the best that you can do before finishing what he started. You get up, clutching the knife to your chest, searching for a sign of life. There are none. Just like Ruth, his eyes are open, but there's no longer a soul behind them. Well, if Adam even possessed a soul to begin with, which you doubt, you try one more time. Adam? Again, he's silent, and the blood trickles out of the corner of his mouth. He's gone. He's really gone. He's no longer a threat to you or anyone else. It's over. It's over. You're half crying, half laughing now, your breath coming out in rigid gasps before transitioning into a barrage of hiccups because you're so overwhelmed. You bury your face into your hands. You're smiling. Finally, you've been released from this nightmare. I'm going to say this again. Saffron is outside counting the minutes of him coming in here and ended it all for all of y'all. Just saying. You're safe now. Or so you think. You don't hear the front door open when harsh voice makes you jump. Adam? I'm assuming it's Saffron until I don't see it. Then a little more frantic, the edges frayed with disbelief. Adam! You look to see Saffron leaning against the doorway for support, a hand pressed to his mouth, his brows upturned, and drawn together as he processed the devastating scene before him. He's staring at Adam, searching for signs of life, but coming up empty. He looked like a parent who just lost a child. Look, that right there, you're done for. And he has a gun. You have a knife. It's done. You should have left. I would have murdered Adam, left out the back door. Like Adam's death just turned Saffron's entire world upside down. He looks as vulnerable as Adam did before he kissed you. A weakness exposed to a fullest extent. Saffron's voice cracks. What did you do? He's shaking his head and he goes to Adam's side, turning the other man over, his hands cupping Adam's face like he can bring him back to life by willpower alone. That is so sad. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. You take this as an opportunity to make a break for it while serial killer number 2 grieves over his loss. But right before you reach the door, a hand clamps down around your waist, dragging you kicking and screaming back into the trailer, shutting the door behind him, sealing the inside and away from prying eyes. You're dead. No one can hear your gut-wrenching cries over the rampaging storm. The only sign of torture that you endure is the blood leaking out from beneath the door still, washing away by the drip drops of rain. Oh, an eye for an eye. He ate us. Bad ending 5. Okay, well, there's an ending for you. I think I'm gonna go back and grab the other endings, but for now, this is where I will stop. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. Thank the creator, of course. This has been an amazing game. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to go back and get the rest of the endings. As a matter of fact, I might do that right now. Just give me a second. Okay. This time we're going to distract him. You grab a skillet from the kitchen counter in favor of going for the knife currently laying in front of Adam's feet. You aim high and slam the metal against the back of his head. Adam lets out a strangled noise and released your aunt in the process, sending her tumbling to the floor. So at least this time Aunt Ruth didn't pass away. Ruth scrambles to get away from him. Her attempt to flee halted when her back hits the mattress inside the bedroom and her eyes dart towards the small nightstand with a single drawer. Adam cradles the back of his head with his hand and spins on the heel of his boot. He looks like he's about ready to inflict the same punishment he did to Ruth onto you, but then recognition clicks. You see the conflict in his eyes, the hesitation, but you're already on him. Because you don't share the same qualms. You drop the skillet and finally go for the kitchen knife, seeing your opportunity to bring your arm in an upward slice. You cut through his fingers, not enough to sever them, but enough for him to lose his grip on the handle of his own weapon, and you hear the satisfying cling of metal hitting the floor. He drops to the ground in order to dodge for a second follow-up attack. Adam cradles his wounded hand and looks back up at you towering over him, knowing full well you intend to put an end to this. Technically, we did put an end to it in the last ending, but it just didn't work out that way. That you intend to put an end to him. You raise the knife in order to deal the final blow while trying to prep yourself for the guilt that probably comes with taking a human life, but knowing it needs to happen when... Pain blooms and spreads like poison ivy crawling up the side of the house. You blink in complete and utter confusion. What was that just now? You look up from where Adam is crouched and notice your aunt standing in the bedroom doorway. She's got a gun in her possession with a drawer open beside her. When she lowered the weapon, you can see her face turning ashen, her eyes growing wide like saucers, her gnarled fingers trembling. Oh God, she shot him. She mouths something you can't quite make out. You blink again. What happened to you? What happened to your hearing? Was it the bang? Did it somehow burst your eardrums? You try raising your arm, but they hang limply at your sides, refusing to respond. You notice Adam staring up at you while on his knees, his own face mirroring Aunt Ruth's horrified expression, which almost makes you laugh because you feel a little light-headed and not quite right for some reason. Aunt Ruth shot me! I've been shot. She shot me. No, Ruth. I know it's dark. I know it's Ruth. I can't catch a break. You can't catch a break. You can definitely not catch a break. They were just trying to kill each other. Why the sudden pause? Your leg buckles and you almost lose your balance. Oh, that was weird. And damn, why does your side burn? Oh gosh, he shot me. You reach down towards your hip in an effort to seek out the source of the growing pain when you feel your entire side coated in something wet and sticky. From where your fingers drift, there's a small hole torn into your fabric of your shirt. It's small and circular in shape, almost like, oh. Just as your brain connects the dots, your other leg gives out and your body becomes weightless and fall towards the floor. Your body's ecosystem finally registering the bullet's presence. An arm cushions the back of your head before it connects with the ground. Who? Look. And Adam's the one that caught us. His tongue is pierced? My God, Adam, you look so good. Darkness encroaches, but you see Adam's blurry form drift over yours. You recognize that damn purple hair anywhere by now. For some reason, he's yelling and shaking you by your shoulders. Hey, hey! Don't close eyes. He's trying to keep us awake. They say that when something traumatic happens and you're about to lose conscience, you need to keep the person awake as long as possible. I mean, maybe she didn't hit something vital. Maybe we're still alive. His voice dips in and out, and you can't make heads or tails of what he's saying, but you don't really care because right now, you feel so tired. Your eyelids are getting heavy with the strain of staying awake. You're so exhausted, so very exhausted. Your eyes begin to shut as you feel the pool of eternal sleep. No way we die here. This is making me so mad. I want to get up and slap Aunt Ruth. See, we tried to save her life and her neck got snapped and we felt bad. But I mean, I guess she didn't mean to do it. She should have waited till she saw him or something. I don't know. You begin to let yourself go because in doing so, you feel no stress, no pain, no fear, or any of the ugly things that come with existence. Just blissful silence. Adam calls out to you again, but you don't respond. You let the darkness take you instead. Him. Well, I think I'm gonna stop it right there. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. I guess we'll see what happens. I don't know. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be recording these back to back, so there will be a second one after this one. I just want to tell you guys I appreciate everything you guys do for me. Thank you guys so much. If you're feeling generous, please hit the subscribe button. Don't be ashamed or afraid or nothing of joining the family. We all need a little family in our life. Why not make our own? We're making our own. And anybody that's bad, we're kicking them out. We're kicking our family out. I need a good stretch. And I will see all of you guys in the next episode. Peace and love. Stay safe out there, please.